Greetings. I am Amy and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. But only the quick end when you delete Monika at the beginning of the game. And another quick end, I suppose. This is going to be the shortest video for me to make, at least. I wanted to talk a little bit about this ending and also about a few things concerning Sayori, maybe, I suppose. Spoilers, in case you haven't seen the game, of course. I think that's. Just want to warn people, although I'm pretty sure most people already know that when they click on a video like this. And, also trigger warning because the majority of the video is going to be, the image, of, the quick ending image on the screen, so spoil like that. I haven't started up the game yet. I'm still in this little menu over here. Let's I want to have the game full screen to fully feel the gravity of my sins as I do what I do. So now we go into characters and delete Monika.chr. Monika's character has been deleted. Just in the menu, but that doesn't matter. And if you load a new file, it will bug the game. I have no file, but if you would load a new file, it would bug the game and it would continue like usual. So you always need to go onto new game. I'll just go with my name for the time being, because it will be pretty short. What? What is this? Oh no. No. This can't be it. This can't be all there is. What is this? What am I? Make it stop! Please make it stop! I already feel bad. I hate it. Well, at least I decided to play it on a day in which I knew I could handle this. So, this will be the screen for the majority of the game, of this video in general. I might put up something a few times because of YouTube and all that, although I'm not monetized and I don't know if I plan on being monetized really. But I might also just want to do it for myself. So, short explanation, although I'm pretty sure people who came here already knew. Since Monika is no longer president, Sayori became president. And the president becomes self-aware, and with that, Sayori realized the world around her was just a game. And it took a really bad toll on her, but probably also because she's had depression her whole life, and even though it wasn't as bad as when Monika amplifies it, it was probably still really bad. And so, she destroyed the entire universe, and, Natsuki and Yuri also, are no longer here. I know sometimes OBS takes a bit to switch things, so I will check. Yeah, it's empty. Nobody's here. Everyone has been deleted. We'll talk about that in a second after we get to the around 15 minutes of staring at this. Um, in the meantime, I'm going to talk for a little bit. I have a problem with talking a lot. This is actually the third time I'm recording this because the first two times I just couldn't stop repeating myself. So, I'm sorry if I do it now anyway. I just don't want. I want to talk, but I don't want to keep repeating myself. So maybe something I could talk about is why, Sayori in the normal ending responds so differently, and that's because, in this world, in this game, Monika, she doesn't remember anything, with Monika or anything like that, and she hasn't really been able to think about everything already. Like, by the looks of it, she started freaking out as soon as we opened the game. And it seems like this was probably a very impulsive decision, so she probably didn't think too much about what she could do to improve the situation at hand. I hope I'm not making it sound like she is inherently bad for that, because I don't think any of us can fully comprehend what it would be like to realize that everything around you is a game, and you are also just a little fragment that's simply there for the pleasure of the real world. I don't think I would have any right to judge any of the self-aware characters here. I can give my opinion on their actions, but I can't really judge them because this is a situation I don't think I would be able to understand. We'd all probably think really strangely if we were put in the president's shoes. In the normal ending, she already had memories of the past. She already got to spend time with us, and she already knows that there's a player, and she knows Monika tried to obtain, not obtain, at the beginning at least not obtain. At the beginning she just wanted to have more time with him, and then it spiraled more into the depths of I need him, them, I don't know, this person, I need them because they're my connection to reality. And so Sayori basically just noticed that and followed in Monika's footsteps because she had some type of guidance in a normal ending. She doesn't have any guidance here. In the fulfilling ending, as I like to put it, I don't really know if it's really happy. I think it's also quite bittersweet. What she remembers is also how hard you tried to make everyone happy, and about how this also used to make her really happy, and so she didn't have the heart in her to try to force you to be with her, and given Monika's reaction, it almost also seems like she might have had it in her to hurt the others. I I don't fully believe it, but there might be a chance that her actions could have harmed the others in some level, and so she didn't have the heart to do that in the fulfilling ending either. Some of my friends are pretty convinced that she's able to harm the others because she clearly had no problem with erasing them from existence in this ending. And we don't know how much the president really knows. They say they know everything, but Monika seemed to not know really at the beginning of Act 4 what would happen with Sayori either. And Sayori seemed to not sense Monika's presence in Act 4, even though she was president and knew quote-unquote everything, so... It doesn't seem like they know everything, so... There's also like the question of, did Sayori know that no matter what she did, someone would have to be put in the shoes of president, and it would lead to, them going through a painful experience, and maybe that's why she decided that deleting them would be better. I'll go into depth another moment too. I forgot what else I wanted to say. I know some things I wanted to talk about later on, but right now my memory. Today was a difficult day. What I could discuss is a bit about the idea of morality in this decision. I want to talk about it later, but I think I can bring it up here because some of my friends deem this much worse than what Monika did. But I'm certain there are people who also deem this not as bad as what Monika did, and I'm pretty sure there are also people like me who thinks both are pretty bad. Monika was too optimistic, thinking she could handle everything, and therefore but when it didn't work the way she wanted, she just kept deluding herself, and she caused so much unnecessary suffering. So even though I want to congratulate her for not immediately going insane, she just caused unnecessary suffering by trying to convince herself that nothing is real. So she spiraled into insanity eventually anyway, so... And in this situation, it just... Sayori was too pessimistic and immediately decided to basically destroy every living cell in this universe. Although there is one thing, that's why this video is a bit longer, that I will bring up, that might prove it otherwise. Just some of my friends, of course, think that this is much worse because she just immediately chose to destroy everything, and it somewhat feels like a situation of since it was a very impulsive decision, she probably didn't think too much about it in the moment, but basically what happened, she suffered and immediately after that decided, oh, I'm just going to kill everything. That's what it felt like to some of my friends. And I can see that point. It was basically just like... Ah, they're slowly coming. It was basically just like, I'm freaking out right now, I'm going to kill everything. And even though it's not what she intended to do, probably, especially given this message over here, I can see how it can be taken that way. This is also what made some... wait, I brought that up already. Because here's now the message. In Sayori's handwriting hashtag. Now everyone can be happy. And I've discussed this with a lot of friends because, nobody is happy. Basically what happened, what makes this so much worse for my friends and which also made me feel a bit worse about this ending is what Sayori just didn't make anyone happy. She just took everyone's opportunity for happiness away. Yuri and Natsuki won't be happy, and I don't think she confronted them about it and asked them for their opinion before deleting them, because like I said, it seemed like a very impulsive decision. So I don't think she asked for their opinion. I don't like this mentality necessarily of since they're in a simulation, since they're in a game, not existing is better than whatever can happen in the game. Probably because I've seen it used in real life too frequently with people who are still alive. Where some of my friends, there were people who told some of my friends, wow, you've gone through this? Wow, I'd rather be dead than go through something like that. And that's not a very helpful thing to say. So it somewhat feels like it's So when this message, this idea pops up that since in the simulation they're better, since it's just a game and they're just all just parts of this game, so they're basically imprisoned in the simulation. Death is better. I don't really like the idea of that. We don't know what happened exactly, how Natsuki and Yuri came to be deleted, but I don't feel like they were given the option to, at the very least, decide whether or not they want to be deleted. Monika obviously still really wanted to live. She had like suicidal ideation. She thought she might delete herself if we didn't arrive any sooner. But she still wanted to live. And I feel like taking that opportunity away isn't a good thing either. Like, the opportunity to very least try. I mean, even in the main game, there was happiness. Like, the fulfilling ending basically disproves this. Like, fulfilling ending Sayori disproves quick ending Sayori's philosophy, because when the MC spent time with them and when they were spending time with each other, they were in fact happy. Not Sayori, not really happy as in. But she did get some sense of fulfillment out of it. Even though she was depressed, she did find some piece of. I don't know if joy is the right word, but she found something good when spending time with the other. So there was happiness, which is what fulfilling ending Sayori says. Even though she's struggling with the realization of being in a game. So they basically have pretty conflicting opinions there too. And so that holds me back. This is why I deem both Monika's and Sayori's actions here about an equal level of bad. Monika caused unnecessary suffering by trying to keep changing things, and Sayori made a very impulsive decision and basically took everyone's joy away from them. It's not like I can blame her from this perspective, because, like I said, I don't know what this must have been like for her. But I know if I somehow regained my consciousness as one of those characters that was deleted in this universe, my thought wouldn't be, oh no, this poor girl. My thought would probably be, oh fucking Christ, why did you have to kill me though for that? Why did you erase me? Because even though I don't know if I would be completely happy being a game character, I feel like I would not want to die, at least from the perspective I currently am. Right here, right now, the perspective I currently have. So, I think I need to close it like this. I made it a bit weird. Due to making me oh my god, I can't speak. I'm so sorry. But now, what gives me an interesting perspective on this as well is we gotta delete the existing save data. Now let's not delete Sayori. Let's delete Natsuki. Let's not delete let's not delete Monika, let's delete Natsuki and Yuri. New game will be Amy. Normal game. Let's quit this. And the characters are back here. Let's delete them again. Somehow they were put back for some reason. I don't know if it's Monika or not. It's a new game. Everything is normal. And let's delete Sayori. Not Monika, Sayori. Open the game, not the copyright. And we're back here. And the message will also pop up again. So I've been trying to figure out what this means. However, contrarily to the other ending, not just did we not get a sequence of Sayori becoming self-aware, but these three are still here. So it was in fact Sayori that deleted them in the other ending. But even though nobody is deleted, so we deleted Sayori, but for some reason Sayori didn't get put back. And I've been trying to figure out if this is just an Easter egg, like oh ho, what happens when Sayori gets deleted? And it was just added like this sequence here. The message will also pop. I think I said that the message will pop up again as well. And I've been trying to figure out if this is like simply just an Easter egg, like for players to try to do this, or if there's like some type of genuine I'm going to put this down for now. If there's any type of reason for it, by the way, that's what makes me wonder if Monika was the one putting these two characters back, because Sayori for some reason apparently can't put back. So if there is any type of lore reason for it, then it means that Sayori's file is also special in some way. So maybe it's not the club present, maybe there's just something special about Monika and Sayori. And that's also what made me that's what I wanted to talk about. We can talk about because I want to wait again for the message to pop up. First and foremost, what do they currently see? How is the universe for them right now? We know what we can see over here, but we don't know what they are seeing. So, did Sayori's erasure, did Sayori's erasure just suddenly cause, the end of the world? And what do the others see? This is now the prime question, because that could also impact how I view the quick ending. Because if in the quick ending Sayori just knew that they would be stuck in a weird glitchy void if she chose to take her own life because of what she's going through, then it makes a bit more sense that she deemed deletion better than deemed deletion a bit more of a happy ending than whatever this is. Of course, since the message pops up here, it could be that everyone can be happy now is like might not even be related to the erasure of the universe, but just rather her maybe dying. But that means that maybe she in fact didn't even fully think about what the other two were going through, and she just deleted them in the quick ending. So there's that again. I hope I don't speak too fast. I have a really weird habit of speaking very fast sometimes. Also makes me wonder why in the quick ending, Monika, in the normal ending, Monika can return when Sayori acts weirdly, right? But in the quick ending, she can't, and I've just been wondering. Monika Monika mentions in Act 3 that she fully understood only when we then joined, really. Although the timeline is a bit messed up in general, because it's like, I probably would have deleted myself if you didn't show up. Oh, I've only really understood when you showed up. Doesn't really make sense. I don't know if it's a writing mistake or if this is like Monika being an unreliable narrator there. Because she also somehow made the game description in the original version, not the plus version. But if we follow the idea that Monika only fully understood when we joined, then it could be, you know how Monika in Act 3 also says she feels the files of the others even though she's deleted them? She hasn't fully deleted them, but that doesn't mean the game didn't really count them as deleted already. It's just that maybe none of them could remember it when they were arrived, unlike how Monika could, because they weren't self-aware. Monika was self-aware, so she was able to interfere with the game still. Natsuki and Yuri didn't remember being in their little, like, screaming void, which Monika describes the game when it's closed, like this weird void with screaming and all of that. They don't remember it maybe because they aren't self-aware. And Sayori remembered because she is now president. So maybe since she wasn't fully self-aware at that moment, she couldn't bring she couldn't stop Sayori from destroying the world that time because she wasn't fully aware. She hasn't developed her awareness to its full extent yet, really. And in this ending, there's also the question, why did Natsuki and Yuri keep being put back, but Sayori's couldn't be put back by the game? And if it was Monika, why can't Monika put Sayori back in the game? And if we delete her, it causes the end of the universe. But if Monika deletes her, it doesn't. Well, in Monika's case, it could be. I thought maybe it could be that since she didn't fully delete her, had somewhere a backup file of her that she was able to that the universe was falling apart because of the absence of Sayori. Of course, also with Monika tinkering with the game files because of that as well, but also because of Sayori being missing, there was also a few universe-breaking glitches. So I wonder if there's any connection that we don't have a backup of Sayori right now, and that's why the universe just got demolished. And what I've also been wondering, I'm going to I have already something opened here, this file. I'm going to quickly look up to other files that I've saved. So I'm going to black out the screen though to not show what I generally have on my PC. You know some things, but you don't need to know everything. I hope the clicking of my mouth isn't my mouse isn't too distracting. There you go. Okay. So Sayori's file is this. Right. Okay. So let's go through these files. This is Yuri's file. It's merely just a short story. Well, it's not that short, but it could be noted as a short story. This is like the little story about this girl who killed this one woman simply out of curiosity. Simply, say Yuri's file is simply a story in base 64, and then you can decode it. Natsuki's file is like this one picture. This one, and you can move it around to make this one and like invert the colors again because they're currently inverted right there. I'm gonna change it back real quick. I like to keep them CHRs. So this one's an image. Monika's file solved by Cold here on Steam. Oh god, I can't read properly. The middle is actually 8-bit SKI that's translated into binary and then into base 64, finally into this. And this is, and Monika's file seems to be a message from this other game that might be planned with in relation to to Project Libertina or something else. And Sayori's file is actually an audio file that you can and when you put this audio data into this one type of file where you can see like these weird lines, it's actually like a oh god, QR code. There you go. And then it leads to the Project Libertina website. I like this test results page. And so I wonder if, yep, it's back here again. So I kind of wonder if there's any type of relation to Monika and Sayori's files being directly related to another universe, while the other two are just simply an image from another universe, but nobody's speaking through it, and just a short story, potentially from another universe, but potentially just a short story. And due to that, these two are more related to this other universe, so when their files are affected, it has more impact on their universe as well, and if maybe there is some relation to that, and that's why Sayori can't be, when you delete Sayori, right at the beginning, it's doomed to just immediately destroy the universe. Well, like I said, it's probably just an Easter egg. I like to overthink things, but sometimes I just want to overthink things. I don't know where I was going with it, with that sentence. I just wanted to see, I just tried of thinking of something unrelated to it simply being an Easter egg. For the time where you simply have like the black screen for a very long time, I'm going to probably put something there to not keep you too bored. But for the time being, I'm pretty sure that's all I really want to discuss. I hope I didn't repeat myself too many times this time around. If, then I'm just going to, I'd probably put something right at the beginning apologizing for it, because I know I like to yap a lot. I am a person who speaks a lot. I also have the problem that when I try to explain something, I keep using more words than necessary to explain it. So I'm really sorry. Maybe I'll get better at it the more I try to make videos. Maybe that will improve my speaking in general. I know talking online helped me a little bit with the speaking in real life too, so let's see if that will happen. But yeah, it wasn't a very interesting video. It was mostly just one noise and then a few little Easter eggs, I suppose you could say. Um, but I hope it was maybe interesting to some people anyway, and if not, that maybe it was good for some background noise while you were drawing. I know I like to have videos in the background while I draw, so I hope I provided something. And maybe you have ideas of your own, um, why this happens when you delete Sayori at the beginning. And I'd like to, if anyone sees this, I'd like to know, what do you think, of, Sayori right away destroying the universe? Because, I really don't like that. I can't really blame her, just how I don't really blame Monika, even though she caused unnecessary suffering. I can't really blame either of them. But both things sit wrong with me. And I can understand also the I also understand why some people deem one worse as the other. With Monica literally ended up driving people to suicide, intentionally or in unintentional or not. The way she also then tried to justify it is just she didn't really have any right to do that. But I also feel like Sayori shouldn't have immediately just ripped everything away from everyone. I can understand where they're coming from, but I feel like um both is bad. But I can see why some people would think one is worse than the other, especially based on personal experiences. Like with the one, like how people tell my friends, well, I'd rather be dead than go through what you go through, and that's just being not really a good way to discuss this, and that's why it bothers me when I talk to someone, they were like, well, isn't it better to be just completely erased than to be in a world that's a game? And that's why due to personal experiences, this makes this ending actually worse for me. This type of idea. Um, but there are certain probably also like personal experiences that influence people deeming what Monica did as worse. So if anyone's still here, if you're interested in telling me, then thank you, and thank you for watching in general, even though it was boring. And I hope you um I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good morning, a good evening, whatever time it is. I hope you stay safe. Hope you have a good time, in spite of having a lot of dead Sayori on your screen. And stay safe.